Hi there, Max here. New episode of me working on old instruments and stuff. And there's the box. I mean, for what I know, it might just be a TV in there, but let's hope it's not. Let's hope it has some strings and makes some music. Yeah, it could still be a TV. Oh, I see a handle. Should we start with the neck? I think so. Let's see if this gives away what kind of model it is. I mean, I don't even know. I have a rough idea, but I couldn't tell you the maker or model if you asked me so. Okay, double packed. Oh, well, this is going to be a clue. It does have 4 strings, so it should be a bass. There we go. That doesn't look too bad at first glance. If you don't recognize this brand immediately, Sakai, you shall be forgiven. For all I know, this model was also sold as a Silvertone. And apparently they branded it for whatever manufacturer. Or maybe this is their own branding, I don't know. And now for the fun part, let's look at the body. I mean, I love that it came in this vintage gig bag here, which is in a remarkable condition. I mean, this has never seen a gig, I'd say. Okay, let's find the zipper and have a look. Alright, beautiful sunburst. There's even an old strap attached, which is always great. All the tone is gonna fall out when it's upside down, so we have to turn it over. Oh, nice. Look at that. Anybody shouting the model name at their screen right now? Because I don't. Let's just call it the Japanese Silvertone bass. I will look up the model number, of course, and it's probably in the video description already, so yeah, joke's on me, right? It does have some playwear, but considering this is from like mid-70s, I guess, it's definitely one of the best condition instruments I ever bought from this era. 2-saddle bridge in there. Ashtray over the bridge has these just knurled knobs, which is very practical for string changes, so let's have a look, right? I mean, they're perfect. There's no corrosion on these parts. It's amazing. Now that's a simple design. It looks kind of weird just because they're floating like that, but I mean, it's all you need. There's one funny hole here. What's that for? Ground wire? Maybe? I think so. There might just be the ground wire torn off there on the right side of the hole. Or maybe some giant woodworm going crazy. But wait, before we test the pickups, there was more stuff in the gig bag. Obviously, neck bolt plate and neck bolts, very important. Almost forgot about that. Even this is like shiny. Oh, you can see me. Hello. And which is super cool, the owner put the old strings in there, which are flat wound, obviously. Maybe those are still good. I just have to try the pickups before I do any work on this. Yeah, there might be a little grounding issue, probably because there's no ground. Ports are a little scratchy. Ah, so this is the bridge pickup. Working for sure. The neck is working as well, but both pickups are working. Oh, that's really, really cool. I can't wait. We have to just tear it apart, look what's inside, clean everything, put it back together, put strings on and play it. Scale length on this is 755 millimeters, or like 29.7 inches. Whatever. I must admit, I'm feeling a little bit impatient, and I know I could go all in on this and really down into the nitty-gritty details, but I think I will just do the least work needed to string it up and see where we're at, like when it comes to setup and playability and everything. And later on there might be, if necessary, a part 2 where any details that still need correcting can be corrected. It should be all in one piece, does it? Oh, there's the ground wire. So let's move it a little bit. Not much to see on the pickups. Oh, they actually soldered on little nuts on the ends of the threads so that you don't turn it too far and like the pickup can't fall off. I've never seen that. That's nice. So the frames are actually bolted straight to the pickguard here. This is the switch we'll have to clean. It's also loose. And the pots. Now, is this original wiring? Hard to tell. I mean, it's not super pretty, but it doesn't look too far off either. Little foil cap there. No markings on the pots. Yeah, not really much to see in here. If we look at the body, is it solid wood? Looks like in general, a solid piece of wood with a layer of material on top. Like there's some sort of line visible here. And there might be a glue line in here. So those Japanese instruments from the 70s, sometimes they're like big sandwiches out of 3 layers or more. Not really plywood, but not totally solid either. I mean, the grain going across in the pocket here is kind of a giveaway for lamination of different layers. Just siding the neck here, we have some pretty severe back bow going on. Now let's hope the truss rod works. It was completely loose. Let's start with about, that's like a healthy amount. It's looking a lot better now. Always make sure the strap pins are actually tight. To attach the little ground wire here, the bridge will have to come up. Not much to see, no markings, nothing. not much below as well. But since there's no imprint in the finish here, no little dent or something, I wouldn't be surprised if this was never installed correctly in the first place. Neck, pickup, and bridge are back on. So the only thing left to do is put on strings. And since a new pack of flat wound strings is pretty much as expensive as I paid for the entire instrument, I actually considered reusing the old ones. Just check out those funky ball ends here, like the rounded look of this. I wouldn't even be too surprised if it was actually an old set. I think I'll just clean them off, wipe them down a little bit, and try to put them on. See what happens. So, what's the conclusion here? Well, this may not be the first choice for a professional bassist. I think this is very much a guitarist's bass. Not only the short scale length, which makes it much more manageable, but also and especially the flat wound strings, which not only feel great, but also kind of make this thing sit in the mix really nicely without doing too much adjustment, I think. I can really recommend it for any guitarist who does not yet have a toy like this at their disposal. Go ahead, find yourself a quirky old freaking Japanese bass for not too much money and yeah, have at it. I mean, in terms of value for money or like fun per dollar, this thing is really not beatable. And even without doing much in terms of setup work and fret polishing and anything, this could still be improved in playability, I suppose, and even newer strings and everything. But just as it is right now, this is already pretty fun. So will this thing be my one and only final bass forever? Maybe not. I think in the long term, in terms of my collection and everything, I might want to go a little bit more East German, a little bit more Musimo, you know. But for now, you might spot this thing in a few more videos in the future. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye!